I see the light. I see the light. Let me see. I'm gonna block my eyes. Yes. Anyhow, what's up, gang? Happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I got a little discussion. I shared something with that guy with no arms and legs bobbing around. And I posted how people should be ashamed of themselves for feeling, depressed and stuff like that. I understand there's a lot of people out there with depression. Probably like 10% of the actual people out there have clinical depression, 76% of the United States citizens, we use 76% of the pharmaceuticals that are available today. Yes, we do. Because only here in America we're really screwed up. Because a guy with a PhD that makes commission off every single prescription he writes. And he doesn't even have time to research it, the pills and stuff actually. Because the medical field only squeezes, he only gets like 10 minutes with each person. And, they send over a really sexy, pharmaceutical sales lady that you basically have to walk backwards talking to the doctors because they're so busy and crammed in all the people. So, and my friend Darian Roberts from Louisiana, she expressed, because she used to sell pharmaceuticals for Merck, and she expressed to me that all them chicks are basically hookers. They all screw the doctor to get the medication, for the doctor to sell the medication. And those guys get so many hookers and do so much blow. You're doctors. Doctors, that's right. Doctors. The people operating on you. Yeah. At the hospital. Yes. The guys with the PhD. Yeah. You might also hear recently how, it's like some women got busted for, paying off the colleges or something. Like a whole list of people, and a bunch of them are in California. So imagine their students are paying to get into school and have a test taken, and these people are your doctors as well. Okay, let me just tell you a real fact about life. I gotta make this positive and cheery and super blessings damn it. Anyhow, 80% of, Shannon, hello. Hello, dear. But 80% of everybody that we deal with every day is 80% average. You get that. You're 80%. Sorry, most people's average, okay? Or maybe we're all average, okay? 80%. 10% is the elite in every field, and 10% is the crappiest. Okay? So all we get is 80%. You might still be happy with, you're a doctor, whatever like that, but that's what you got. You got the average guy. And most people just follow in the book, like what their teacher told them. Doctors, actually medical doctors, ones that go to heal you and operate on you, they only study 1 semester on healing. 1 semester on healing. Out of all of them. Should be looking up. 1 semester. I know what I look like. So they're not there to heal you. It's the structure of the whole system. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Not everybody has a mental illness, okay? They diagnosed me bipolar back in 2001. Remember when Chandra Levy, that senator, whatever, when they finally found her dead body or carcass or something? That's when I started shaping back up. But what happened to me was I went to... George Bush got elected and nobody George Bush got elected and nobody came into the car dealership. And I used to wear a suit and everything every day. And, I was dressed really sharp. And I'm a productive person. I like to talk, so I need to be productive and sell things, I look at myself as a person of service to the customer. But, so, Belinda, hello. And hello, Shannon Slay. And Dana Romero. And thank you all. I promise it's good. So anyhow, what happened was I left work. I begged the boss to leave. His name's Irsan Salem. We're friends on here. I used to work at Menlo Honda at the time in Redwood City, California. It was a wonderful little mom and pop dealership. I really enjoyed myself. I've been there a long time. I know all the people really good. But, so nobody was coming in for days at a time. I was wearing a suit and I was like, man, this is horrible. I begged the boss to let me go. It was the third, I only had 3 deals out for the month and it was the 18th. And most average salesperson per month sells about 8 cars, but that's not me. Because I work hard and I'll go in my day off and I don't care. That's my flow state, was being of service. So, I I left there and I went to sell women's shoes at Nordstrom's. So I loved it. I mean, all these beautiful people around, but it's a lot of fakeness, okay? I didn't like all that beauty around. I pretend I'm camping most of the time in my mind, you know what I'm saying? I like the peaceful thoughts and all this stuff. I don't need all the glamour and grace, although I am a big sucker for it. I'll tell you the truth. It's beautiful, but, you know, it just felt like a lot of falseness in the showtime, you know? It's too much. Like it was this image you had to have. Clothes is nothing. Image is internal, you know, and that's a bunch of fakeness. I couldn't stand it. So, same with real estate agents. A lot of fakeness. All that image online, guys. This image online thing is not a big thing. Like, people don't have hunky-dory. Like, everything isn't as beautiful as they know, as you already know this. So what happened was I went to women's shoes, and I did that. I liked it for about a few weeks. I love Cole Haan's women's shoes. It was awesome. But this woman came in all pissed off, and so I had to get her 12 pairs of shoes. She didn't buy any of them. I'm like, I see this happening a lot. Women just coming in all mad and stuff like that and not buying nothing or whatever. And they're like, oh, let me just go have this guy help me with some nice shoes. You know what I'm saying? And be courteous to me for a while. Same thing in the car dealership, you know. You can make $80,000 selling women's shoes at Nordstrom very easily. You just call people back and be cute and courteous, and, you know, they eat that stuff up. But that wasn't for me. So my aunt's like, why don't you go back to school? So I went to school. So I stopped working, though, okay? And my girlfriend was living with us at the time because she moved in. This Chinese girl named Jamie Tong that I met at San Francisco Honda because she worked in the parts department, I mean, the car audio department there. She's a fine little thing, but I didn't want nothing to do with her because it's at work, you know what I mean? But then people kept saying whatever, and then I didn't want, you know. So whatever. Yeah, I ended up liking her girl and whatever. She came up, she stayed here. And so she had to pay the $400 a month rent, and then my aunt was paying for my books and stuff. So what happened was I was going to school, and I was meeting all these amazing people. I took small business class, I took Microsoft class to learn a computer a little bit. I took drawing and photography. And they were like, you're amazing. I'm like, no, you're amazing, blah, 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 blah. We're all loving. I'm teacher's pet now in the photography class. We're all becoming like best friends and stuff. It was amazing. But then I'd come home, and I just play this game called Game of War. Not Game of War, Age of Empires. Little castle game fighting the different races and stuff. So anyhow, but then my girlfriend, well, the people around me started venting on me, you know, and I was just sitting there like a whipped dog taking it all in. If you don't sit there and defend yourself, or you sit there and just agree with them and continue blah, 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 blah. Parents do this shit all the time. Kids do this stuff, I mean, to their little brothers and sister, and your bosses do it to you at work, and you're sitting there thinking, you're like, this guy's fucking, like, you think your life's crashing down, when really you're like, you got to take yourself out of the picture, slap yourself in the face and say, wow, this guy's just my boss. I could quit here and go get another job tomorrow. So he doesn't rule my world. Because A.K. Kadir, I have some friends on here that know him. He's this tall Iranian guy or Middle Eastern guy, 6'3", 6'4". He'll tell you he doesn't lead by intimidation, but he'll stand in your face. No problem. Shit, you should have heard it in the meeting one time. Because I heard the boss, the general, in the car business dealership buddies, listen to this. Scott Bisbee was in my desk was like right by the general manager's office, so I got to hear he'd leave his door open. I got to hear the discussions with the corporate people and stuff sometimes. And he's like, yeah, if I make the spiff too good or too easy, then everybody hits it. And then if I don't make it good enough, nobody, you know, works on it. So really, ideally, it came down that they didn't want to pay the spiff. I don't know what happened over the past 15 years in business, but managers certainly lost respect for the employees somewhere along the line. And I stood up for my managers in defense from some crazy bum guy on the street. Like, I stood right in front of him, no hesitation. You know what I mean? I'll defend you before I'll defend myself. That's a fact. But I don't know why I have that problem. That's kind of a problem too. But so I was getting all the stress and all this yelled at every day at home, and so I was getting like 45 minutes or like an hour and a half, up to hour and a half of yelling at, you know, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, I'm a weak human being, I'm a piece of crap, you know. I got a DUI before, and I got a wet and reckless 5 years later for hanging out with the same people on the same day of the week, okay? I'm not going around with my life thinking, oh, I'm a loser. I lost my license right now. I don't have a license. I got to tell you. Well, I get it back. I got to pay like a $480 ticket, hopefully, and I get it back now. But, and when you're looking for a job, man, so many jobs require a license. Even though you ain't doing a licensed job, you're like, what the fuck? It's a sales job behind a desk. And they're like, do you have a license? It's like a criteria to screen things now. Anyhow, but I'm not sitting there like that would ruin a lot of people's shit, you know. Luckily for me, I don't have that many responsibilities. You know, okay, I'm a loser then. Look at it one note. Another note, I'm spending all my life right now growing internally of who I am, and I have way more passion and skill about every little sales aspect I ever had before, because I connect with people so much better now and know them way more deeper than they even know the feelings that they're feeling themselves, because people don't have emotional intelligence. They don't look at body language and pay attention to everything because they're too crapped up and focused on the crappy stuff in life, and they're not paying attention in the present moment of what's going on. Everybody needs to take deep breaths every now and then. Myself too, so I don't keep rambling crazy. But so, you know, you get endorphins in your mind, and if the subject matter is important to you, stuff starts happening. You get excited. You could talk fast. I could go sit there and talk to a person that talks hella slow, and all of a sudden I gotta talk hella slow, because God forbid this guy has something to do with my future. Well, so it is. Talk slow. Listen slowly. Listen twice as much as you talk. God spoke things into existence. Remember that. Your words are very powerful. Bite your effing tongue. Do not curse anybody. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. You should treat people how they want to be treated. That's called the platinum rule. Above the golden rule. Forget how you want to be treated. Your last thought in your mind should be serving somebody else. You will live longer and be a lot younger and more vibrant in life. I promise you, start serving instead of serving yourself. But you do have to heal yourself internally. And I know some of them people is like, oh, because a lot of people right now is focusing internally on growing themselves, fighting their own dark night, they call it. Your ego, that's the devil. That's the only devil. Yes, there are dark energy out there. If you want to get highly intoxicated, yeah, they'll come and consume you. But as long as you know Christ within, man, in your heart chakra, the milk and the honey mixed in with the third eye pineal connected to the crown, absorb all that energy from the earth and planet. You know, there's a lot more shit going on in life than what you think in your present moment just because you could pick up and touch something. That's not everything, okay? You can't feel gravity. Right? But you know it fucking... You can't see electricity, but we use it every day. I'm using it right now through the wave. I got a little mobile power. How am I having cell reception? I can't see it. Is it there? I mean, I'm on the phone, right? I'm shooting a live video. And you got to be careful what you do on lives because you get in trouble. The cops called me. I shot a video in a sauna. It was me alone. There was a jacuzzi out in front, and there was another room. And as soon as I flipped the camera around, a naked guy walked in the background, and the cops called me. They called me. Weeks later, I was in Arizona. That was crazy. And now I'm paying $3,500 to a lawyer to make sure I don't go to jail as a felon for shooting a camera at a freaking gym when a kid could be like get slapped in the hand for that stuff. Am I going to sit there and think, oh, I'm a loser, I got all this stuff going on, blah, 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 blah. You know? I got to make this positive now and happy. Sorry. But shit, man, people got mental illnesses out there, and you guys are sitting there talking about everybody just taking... Like I said, again, I don't know if I repeated it already, but 76% of U.S. citizens are using all the pharmaceuticals that are made in the world, okay? We are just a big orifice for all the businesses in the world. We all need to get more conservative, guys. Conservative. We all need to move out of the city to the rural states and like go buy some land, live on 50 acres, and get your other family over there. Take out an equity loan right now. Because, you know, they talk about a crash coming. They talk about a whole global reset of currency. Now, I'm not going to say Trump first. I'll say China and Russia are trying to move to the gold standard. Okay, yeah. So, and we actually have aggressions going on with China and Russia right now. You guys ain't paying nothing attention to the fucking military channels on YouTube. Like, look what they're doing. We got... There's some shit going on, okay? Russia had a sub off 25 miles off our coast in Florida for about 6 months. Nobody talks about that stuff. Oh, yeah, we're all in cahoots. Yeah. You think billionaires have to go... You think Trump had to become the president? What did he have to become the president for? To clear his name like Hillary did? No. No. Hillary's going down. I'm a Democrat in California, okay? I used to read Trump's business books. Yeah, I know the guy went bankrupt and he didn't write his books. Should he pause his life as making billions of dollars so he could write his book? Who cares? That's why you pay a ghostwriter. Or those people wouldn't have a job. Maybe you're a ghostwriter. Oh, now all of a sudden that's a good thing, right? Shit, man. Sorry for slapping myself, but I didn't feel a damn thing. If it wakes you up, that's a fucking important thing. I'm sorry, people, but you are not mentally ill. You are not mentally ill. Lots of people have mental illness. Take some CBD oil. I can't wait to become a rep for that place. I'm going to make my own hemp clothing in the future. You know? So, I'm just saying, man, don't believe everything some doctor or some educated guy tells you. Because everyone has an agenda, including me. It's to get you to wake up, okay? And in the future, I'm going to make a BioKeyPer thing, and you can buy that. But Till then, I'm going to make you feel guilty that you don't have one once that motherfucker's out. Woo! Indiegogo campaign, baby, in August, around then. I don't know, maybe I should pick my powerful date. Numbers are important in life. Hey, the gods only have so many ways to communicate with us. I don't speak energy, well, I do, but I don't speak light, you know? Do you speak light? I mean, your guides, your soul, if God's trying to contact you or talk to you, you're supposed to talk to God, right? You know, that's in your head. Doctor can't tell you nothing. See, this is a mental illness post, but the doctor can't tell you what's in your head. I went to acupuncture after a while, just so you know, by the way. It's like meditation. They put some pins in your shit and get your chakras back in alignment. My aunt ended up buying me a book. She talked to my friend Darian Roberts. My aunt bought me a book. Well, she bought a book to read herself, and it's called Am I Bipolar or Waking Up? Now, I loved that because I read the book, and the dude totally is waking up. See me, I look at my thing. I watched a video on YouTube the other day. They said, talking about Kundalini activation. You know, they talked about you must, sometimes it activates because someone goes through an amount of stress and endorphins around the same time. So that's what I look at it like was. You know what I mean? I think doctors are holding back human evolution. Who cares that I talk fast and some other dude talks slow? Maybe we should give him a pill because he talks slow. You ever think about that? Some people fucking think faster than other people. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I miss some things sometimes, but my overall perspective is pretty damn on point. About 90% of the time on the segment matter that's going on at hand, okay? Shit. I see things in commercials other people ain't even paying attention to. I'm like, you didn't catch that? They're like, no. We see what we want, what we think we're directing our mind to. So I posted that thing, and this girl got all mad and like, oh, fuck you. Sorry for cuss. This girl got, oh, F you because I posted the thing with a guy no arms and no legs. And she's like, oh, well, some people have real illnesses, you whatever. Because I said you should feel almost sorry for yourself. Well, funny how we all know to be an adult and intelligent. And keep scrolling if you don't want like something. You don't have to comment on everything you don't like, man. Please don't. Please stop commenting on things you don't like. Nobody cares for your opinion unless they're asking. If they tag you, that's a whole different story. Now they're calling you out, kinda. I got people that got mental illnesses. I go call them out on this damn post. You know what I'm saying? We all got some, like, you go through phases too, man. For a few months, I sat there and just consumed so much content, audiobooks and YouTube pages. I mean, powerful people and videos. You know what I'm saying? So my brain, but I forgot to laugh. I forgot my comedy. I forgot humor. So for like, fucking, like, it took me like a month to get back to normal, like, you know what I mean? You go through phases of growing. People, we were ever changing, man. If you stop changing, that sucks to be you. Because that's when you start looking around for negative stuff. There's so much good content out there and things to learn in life. Discover life all over again. Okay? Discover life all over again. Meditate, man. Do some guided meditations to begin with. It's not a religion. You create whatever happy thoughts you want, man. That's all it is. Create a happy thought in your mind and think about it. Boy. Is that religion? Is that brainwash? Yeah, brainwash yourself. It's better than the damn news. It's better than me. It's better than anybody. Anybody. Seriously. You are not mentally ill. Take some CBD oil. Buy that shit through the thing. Don't worry about your fucking job. You can find another job. Your mental illness is, your health is, your peace of mind is worth way more than, pleasing all the Joneses. Everybody needs to start smoking weed a little bit more. And everybody should do a little bit of shrooms every now and then. Do a half an eighth then. You know what I mean? It changes your perspective. You need to step out of what you're looking at. They talk about lifting a veil on those 11 light pages. They talk about all the distortion and the fake news. The news it's fucking almost should be puppets. I mean, these people all repeat the same thing. Six of the six companies own all the damn media that you watch, besides alternative media. And just because you throw the word conspiracy out there, it doesn't mean it's truth. I mean, a fake. You're like, oh, that's conspiracy. Oh, no, the government's never done anything bad against the people. Our government goes in, infiltrates other elections. CIA is pretty fucking evil on many things. They're the drug dealers ones pushing all this heroin and all this shit. China is the one making all the fentanyl that's going on in the opioid. Why is there opioid? Because the pharmaceutical companies all bust that stuff out like it's crazy. Then they stop them back because all of a sudden it became a big thing. And then they all start doing heroin. Now people's dying off fentanyl, which is 100 times more stronger than heroin or whatever. Why would they even make a drug that's that strong? So Trump... through part of the trade deal, China has banned all production of fentanyl. All production. Most of it comes from China, supposedly. What do you got to say about that? He saved a lot of freaking people, man. Really. It's probably going to come from somewhere else right now. You know how we went over to Afghanistan? Well, they started creating, and Mexico is also creating more fucking heroin poppy plant fields than anything else. Forget the marijuana now. They're all onto heroin. The world's already hooked on it. You don't even want to get started. I mean, we could talk about 5G. The cell phone wave is not healthy. You guys should all be answering your phone on your wired headset. And over in Europe, I hope some of your buddies watch this and say, yeah, he's right. He's saying the truth. It's like, they have stickers on the back of their cell phones over there that show radio wave. Because even if you look at your safety guide, it says don't place it within an inch of your head. You know? Anyhow, God bless. Love and light. I never said I was a saint. Not all angels come from the light, okay, baby? God was hanging out in the darkness before Lucifer came, the bearer of light. Funny, right? We've been lied to so much, guys. Christ is within. He ain't coming back. You gotta make your own. You gotta make this hell a heaven. Okay? Make this hell a heaven. Don't kill yourself. Find a cause. Go move to the Philippines and help them people build fountains then. I mean, wells instead of killing yourself. You know what I mean? That stuff is a bunch of BS, man. Bunch of BS. It ain't right. Doctors are holding back human evolution. Everybody is a beautiful being and has so much energy. We're all fractions of yourself. If you don't like something, keep scrolling, man. Because who are you to frickin' judge anything? Remove the log out of your eye before the sty out of another person's was the saying, right? So that just showed that Jesus, if you believe in Christ at all, you know what? Christ is really, he came to show us all that there's one God above all gods. And he's the one. And they all support him. Just like we are supporting them. You know what I mean? Or him. You know, however you want to look at it. We're all piece of one. One. And when the very creation of nothing, they had to split to two things. And there's duality. Light and black. But Lucifer is the bearer of lights. I don't know. He's supposed to be the most beautiful and beautiful talking and all this stuff. It's just an opposition. Without your oppositions, you wouldn't grow and get closer to God, right? So quit blaming the fucking devil for your problems and start taking some responsibility yourself. It doesn't make you a narcissist to sit there and look inside and be like, let me heal myself before I could go helping other people. Because I won't know how to truly help people unless I'm hurting my own things. So meditate, do guided meditations. It's not religion, man. Have happy thoughts. Create a vision in your head of you being wealthy and doing that dream job that you want. Because I'm doing it right now. Serving.